Yo, what is good, everyone? So we're back for another market recap. So I'm gonna break down what a trade I took today. I did end up taking 1L, only taking one trade a month, but I'm gonna break down what my bias was, and yeah. So let's get straight into it. So when I hopped on the charts, I hopped on 30 minutes before market open. We were just kind of chopping inside of this range. Nothing much was really going on. Now we did have these London session highs up here that could have been a good target. Could have taken longs to these, but there was really no setup that I saw come to these. But as soon as market did end up opening, it was 9:30. We opened down here and then we manipulated up and we pushed up to the highs. So once we started pushing up to those highs, if you guys look back as well too on the hourly, we did leave our new week opening gap. So we tapped the new week opening gap and then we swept the buy side liquidity. We left the 1 minute bullish for value gap here, got disrespected, and you could have targeted these lows down here, and then that would have been a good trade for the day as well too. So you could have caught shorts from just that alone. Now my bias was ultimately bullish for the rest of the day. I did want the rest of this new week opening gap to get filled. I wanted the 50% of the gap to get filled. So I was looking for longs, and we were also, before this move happened, we were trading inside of this higher time frame 15-minute bullish for value gap. So we were respecting that in the higher time frame. You guys look back here. So I was already bullish going into the day. I wanted higher prices. I wanted to get to that 50% of the gap at least of the new week opening gap. So once we had 10 a.m. news, let price play out for a little bit. We came down to this area here. And the trade that I did end up taking was this 30-second long right here. So my confluences were, we were inside of our hard time frame, 15-minute fair value gap. We swept the sell side liquidity that I was telling you guys about earlier. We swept that sell side liquidity prior, and then we had the high a day for a target, the internal high, and then this first TP would have been in here, which would have been a high inside of a fair value gap. Pretty good liquidity pool to target. Now I did end up taking my long once both of these 30-second gaps got inversed. I like the momentum coming into it. I took my longs here, and then instantly I got stopped out pretty fast. The trade didn't even last more than a minute. But the only thing that I don't understand is, well, what I was thinking is, right after this loss happened, the Shane Bao and Trump, they finished their conversation about the tariffs and all of that going on, and it was pretty bullish. Like what happened, they did end up working something out. So I'm guessing the news from that alone, that tweet, is what created all of this momentum back up to the upside. So I did have the correct draw on liquidity, you could say, in this scenario. I just got really unlucky that I just had terrible timing with the news that dropped. And like that wasn't news that like was predicted, that like just happened as soon as it just came out. But that was pretty much my whole draw on liquidity, like my bias going in for the day. I was bullish overall. Nothing there was nothing else that really caught my eye. That was the best setup that I saw all morning, in my opinion. I'm happy with my loss. It is what it is. Only taking one trade a day, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Stay blessed and have a good one.